How's it going, everybody? No intro today. I want to talk to you about something serious. I want to talk to you all today about voting. Today in New York City is Super Tuesday. Big voting, and in my opinion, I've been talking to a lot of people of my age group in the 20s, a lot of my friends, and most of them are not voting today, and it really disappoints me. I'm going to tell you all how important it is to vote, and I'm going to speak to people of my generation right now, people in their 20s. Let me tell you something. You may think that your one vote doesn't count, it don't mean nothing. You're wrong. Voting is so important. It is our God-given right as an American to vote. Most people around the world don't have that right to vote, but we do. We have the power to put people that we feel is going to make our country a better place. And that's something that should be taken very seriously. Now, when I turned 18 years old, I was anxious to vote. I was waiting to vote because I've been into politics for a very long time. And I was so ready to vote because I wanted to make my voice heard and I wanted to make a difference. Now, regardless if you're a Democrat, a Republican, or an independent, I don't care who you feel is the best person to run the country. Just go out there and vote. Let your voice be heard. You may not think your voice is not going to be heard, but you're wrong. Every vote counts. Every vote. I can't stress how imperative it is to vote. So many people tell me all the time that they don't care about it. So basically, you don't care about your own country. Then I get a lot of people that bitch and complain about what's going on in the government, but then when I ask them, do you ever vote? They tell me no. So what right do you have to bitch and complain if you're not going to do something about it? In my opinion, our country needs a lot of help right now. So this election is a very important election. Bush is going out the office finally. And I hate to say this, but whoever becomes president got a huge mess to clean up. So regardless if you feel like a Democrat's going to do a better job or a Republican, go out there and support that person. Now, I personally am a Democrat, but I'm not going to preach to you and be like, vote Democrat, vote Democrat. No. If you're a Republican or independent and you feel like that person, that candidate, is the best choice, go out there and support that person. I can't stress how important it is. I'm going to sound like a broken record here, but really, voting is very important. It is so important, and people of my age in the 20s that don't give a shit about politics, that don't care about voting, you basically don't care about your country. That's how I feel. Regardless of what happened, of how people feel about Bush, now I don't have a really good opinion about Bush, but I definitely think we need to really sit and realize where our country is going. We have a war that doesn't seem to be ending. Our economy is so-so. So we got a lot of problems right now. And on top of that, the world have a really bad opinion about Americans. And that really frustrates me. We got a lot of work to do. And tonight I voted. I wasn't going to really say who I voted for, but I will. Being a Democrat, I had a choice between Hillary or Barack, because I thought those were the two best candidates. I kept going back and forward, wavering back and forward, who I felt like should be the best qualified person, and I ended up choosing Hillary because over the experience factor. I'm very big on someone with a lot of experience, and Hillary has a lot of experience, so I was backing her tonight and I voted for her. Now, that's just my opinion, but I know a lot of you people out there got your own opinions, so go out there and vote. Especially like young people. It's so important for young people to get involved with politics because we are the future, basically. We're the future. And when I talk to young people all the time and they don't care about it, that just saddens me. It is so important to vote. Every vote counts, regardless if you want to believe it or not. Every vote counts. And I hope people can go out there and let their voice be heard and do what they feel like they're going to do to contribute to their country, to make it a better place for all of us to live in, regardless if you're a Democrat or a Republican. We all got to live in this country, and we all want to make America a better place. There's a lot of problems going on in America right now. We need to fix it. So you need to choose a person that you feel is going to be the best candidate to run this country and to make America a better place. So I really encourage people to vote. Please go out there and vote. Let your voice be heard. You have a right to let your voice be heard. That's a privilege that us Americans have that most people from around the world don't have. And we take advantage of that privilege. So go out there, folks. Go out there and let your voice be heard. Vote. Voting is so important. I can't stress how imperative it is to vote. So please do that and let your voice be heard. And for people of my generation, I tell you this, if you feel like your vote don't count, then shame on you. Shame on you. Because you know what? As we get older, and if you still feel with that same attitude that voting don't count, and that goes to a lot of my friends that think like that, well, guess what? When you're in your 40s or 50s and you feel like the country's going in a bad direction, don't bitch and complain about it, because you didn't do your part in trying to make this country a better place. You didn't do your part in picking a person that you felt is going to run this country good. Regardless if the person wins or not, the fact is you took a part in taking a stand and letting your voice be heard, supporting that person. So do that. Please, please vote. That's all I wanted to say. I hope everyone's having a good night. I voted tonight, so I'm interested to find out what's going to happen, what's the results going to be for Super Tuesday, so I'm looking forward to it. That's all I have to say. You all take it easy.